Forêt with Rosé Forêt. We are going to make some cords today. So I am actually going to do two cords. One is kind of a basic, sweet, put together. We're going to use neutrals, white in there. And then the second one is OTT. We're avoiding any neutrals whatsoever. We're going to do 3 different colors. It's going to be fun. Stick around. For the first cord, we're going to do a skirt. This is Rosé Forêt from Angelic Pretty. I know people tend to shy away from skirts a lot just because it's a little more complicated to coordinate than a jumper skirt, but we're going to show you how. So we're going to start off with a cut sew. This is the 90 Moon cut sew from Angelic Pretty. It's in the ivory color. It's a nice neutral color. You don't have to worry about getting too crazy yet. Right, next we're throwing on the skirt, obviously. Got a good base going. The neutral colored blouse definitely gives you a little more leeway on how you're going to coordinate the rest of the outfit. Here I've added a bolero cardigan, from Angelic Pretty. I don't remember the name of it. If you can see here, it comes right about like level with the collar of the cut sew, and then it has some ruffles down here. This kind of breaks up this space. I know a lot of times with skirts, this can end up looking very empty. So having things like a bolero or a belt, things like that can help kind of keep that so it's not like you have a lot going on the top and a lot going on the bottom, but the middle is kind of boring. So normally I have a shelf to put like accessories and my wig displays and stuff on. Don't have that because we're in the middle of my studio room thing. So I'm using my chair. Don't judge me. So next we actually have some socks. These are the rose letter socks from Metamorphose. They are the same ivory color as the cut sew, but it also ties in the pink, and then there's gold that matches the gold on the print of the skirt as well. Alright, so we've added some bodyline heels. I decided to go with heels just because they're a little more mature looking and this print is a little more mature. They also have kind of break away from the pink and ivory that we have going on by tying in the red with the rest of the coordinate. I almost used these socks, which have like red ribbons going up the sides, but I realized that they are white and not ivory, so they don't quite match. But having like those small accents like red can also help tie in the skirt color. So for our bag, we're going to use an Angelic Pretty heart bag. It is tying in the pink a little more. Also, the pearls on the bow of the bag match the pearls on the bolero. So it's just kind of adding like a little nice touch. Honestly, you probably are the only one that's going to notice, but it's for you to know. Okay, so you have most of your cord done. At this point, I just like to go back, accessorize, bring in those like small details. So I have a head bow. This is from Innocent World. It's a similar red to the skirt. So we're gonna stick that on. Now with colors not matching precisely, I usually like to spread them out so it's not as noticeable. So the head bow, obviously on the head, the skirt's way down here, the shoes way down on the bottom. So if you space them correctly, then people can't really tell that it's not the same shade anyway. Half the time I also don't care. Now we have these nice mint green colors in the print, so I actually grabbed some mint accessories to go with it. So we have this necklace by AP. It's just a little mint bow. And then we also have a matching bracelet too. Same series. Now, I don't have a ton of like perfume motifs, so a lot of the ones I'm going off of are the roses, the polka dots are a good one to go off of, or even like hearts. We have heart-shaped bottles, so that kind of brings some inspiration in. Even if you don't have things that necessarily suit the theme of your print, you can always go with like neutral colors or neutral shapes, hearts, stars, things like that. And I forgot to mention, flowers are also a good neutral motif to go with. I've thrown some flowers onto my wig head here, so this is a good way to tie in that like little accent color. We have some mint, we have some little bow from Me Likes Tea. All of the flower clips are honestly from Claire's. They have some good basic like clips and stuff like that. But yeah, because I'm extra, I do like to throw like small details in. I didn't pick out any earrings for this coordinate, but I have like the perfume bottle hair tie. Honestly, these you can use as like a bracelet wrist decoration. You can use it in your hair. I've even pinned it with bobby pins as like a hair clip, even though it's a hair tie, obviously. So I've thrown that into quartz before. Also, just any sort of like little clip you have, things like that. So here we're just gonna do a closer look. Here is the mint jewelry, the socks, the coordinate, the main pieces on it, and then we'll zoom in on accessories. You don't necessarily have to pile them on. This is just kind of an idea thrown out there to give you a feel of possibilities that you can use. Still in a pandemic, so masks actually can be a really good accessory. This one I have, it just has lace on it. You can, honestly, this gives you a whole nother like canvas to add accessories to also. So you can always add like clips, bows, things like that to finish off the outfit. And here we have coordinate number 1. All right, so for the next print, we're gonna do a little more classic OTT sweet. So we have Sweet Toy Box, and we are going to actually do a 3-color coordinate with no neutrals. So we are gonna start off with a blouse. So I did pick yellow for this. This is actually an old AP blouse that I had dyed yellow and embroidered stars on. Just because it's so difficult to find yellow blouses these days, or yellow anything for that matter. So we have our jumper skirt on. As you can see, we have the yellow matching the yellow lyrical bunny. There's also a lot of stars going on throughout the print, so right off the bat, bunnies, stars are main motifs for this cord. All right, so for legwear, I actually went ahead and picked out these Dream Sky Tights from Angelic Pretty in pink. So they have the pink, the stars, the sacks, and there's like a little bit of yellow, and so that already brings in those motifs as well as our 3rd color, if you didn't guess already. And for shoes, we're gonna do yellow tea parties. Now, if you can't tell, these are obviously a very different yellow from the blouse, but because we have them on our feet, it's gonna create that distance so it's not as noticeable. So here you can actually see I threw on the same bolero that I used from the last coordinate. This kind of gives you an idea of how basics can basically be used in any cord, whether it is like a toned down, relatively basic sweet outfit or even OTT sweet. You still have the yellow peeking out of the top, and then this ties the pink in more to the middle area as well. And I may have lied, so this is the only neutral we're using just because I don't have a lyrical bunny that matches a little more. So I have the white one, but she still fits with the bunny theme, and she also matches the Lilitomo on the print. which you can kind of see down here. She's white with pink ears, so it still works. For headwear, we do have the Lyrical Bunny ears in pink and sax from AP. Obviously matches pretty well, so we're gonna throw those on. And because this is OTT, we're not gonna stop there. I have this little headband from Moon Bunny. It has some bunnies on it, goes with the theme. And we're gonna go for a triple threat. So we have, this is actually the honey cake head bow, but I like to use it in a lot of cords because it's nice pink to coordinate with. And then I also have these little like bow clips that I made. So they kind of incorporate the sax and the pink as well. And this I would actually put between these two headbands, just because layering. So we have the layered headwear, and that kind of has all of our colors included as well. So we have the yellow, we have the sax, we have the pink. And then, of course, it's not true OTT sweet unless we have some fluffy star clips. So we're gonna add some of those to kind of balance the colors a little bit. You don't have to make these even, by the way. The more skewed the better, because if you try to make it too even, then it's gonna end up looking very strange. Since we have so much going on the head, we do want to add a few accessories into the coordinate as well, just to kind of balance it out. So sometimes I'll use like bows as neck pieces. This one's a little big for that, so I'll just clip it on to the Lyrical Bunny bag. We have another fluffy star clip. I just have a lot of these in these 3 colors specifically, so they go with it. We have a bow fuzzy clip from Choco Mint, bunny, Lyrical Bunny, rosette from Angelic Pretty. Just throw on a couple of extra accessories. For jewelry, I don't have a ton of bunny or star theme stuff, but I do have this marshmallow necklace that happens to match. Also got some, since we're going with the sweets, we have this macaron necklace. Honestly, I found this at like a craft market, so a lot of it comes from like Etsy, or I'll make accessories, things like that. Since we want a little more sax, we'll throw in some clips from Sweet Juju. Honestly, at this point, you have so many accessories, you just kind of have to shove them where they fit. You have obviously the pink in the middle, in the skirt, in the legwear, and the headwear, and then the yellow is also in the middle area and the shoes as well. So it kind of balances out. If you are doing 3 or even more than 3 colors, then I do suggest having at least an accent in that color in each section of your body. So you have the headwear, you have the middle, and you have the bottom. This also includes legwear and shoes, and then the middle section, you have the blouses, boleros, top of the jumper skirt, bag, accessories, things like that. And then headwear, obviously stuff that goes on your head. So you want to try and incorporate those colors into each section. Otherwise, it can end up looking top heavy or off balance. Do a little close-up of the coordinate. So we have our top section with our accessories, the print itself, and you can kind of see the necklace that we picked with the marshmallows even matches the sides of the toy boxes here. And then legwear, headwear, shoes.
Hello, it's Nicole. I'm going to show you my thought process into creating a cord. I'm a pretty visual person, so I'm usually able to picture how a cord is going to look like before I actually even try it on. If you're not like me and have that gift, I would recommend laying your cord out at least, if not trying it on. I usually do have to try on a dress first just to see how it looks on me, because I do have a pretty extreme hourglass figure. My waist is at least 10 inches smaller than my bust or my hips, so I have to accentuate my waist, and high-waisted stuff looks really bad on me. So I'm gonna cord this dress. It's Motier's Holy Gathered Cross. If you remember from my wardrobe video, you remember that I said that this dress looks really bad on me because it's very high-waisted, and I also don't like the sleeves are kind of short on it. Because of the short sleeves, I'm gonna put this cutsew underneath. This is Motier's lace cutsew. This cutsew has long sleeves, so it draws attention away from my arms and more towards the cuffs and the neckline. It also creates another element of interest due to the layering. So I still need to accentuate my waist, so I'm going to use this white lace belt by Motier as well. I do have this belt in blue and black as well, but I chose white because it does match with the white lace on the dress. And I want this cord to be a little more toned down, so I chose a A-line petticoat. So at this point, we have a whole lot of lace going on, so I'm just going to play that up more by layering some headdresses. I chose this black Motier headdress, and then I paired it with this black and white Motier choker that actually matches the lace on the dress. And then I also layered this Motier white lace choker underneath the collar of the cutsew in order to create this kind of ruffled collar looking thing. So this is the cord so far. I haven't picked any leg wear out yet. I chose these white lace-topped socks by Motier to bring the white from the rest of the cord down to my legs. And then to break up the solid color of the socks, I've chosen these boots by Bordello that have these straps going up them. These boots also have a shorter heel, so they go with the whole toned down thing that we were trying to do. And because this is a toned down look, I'm not going to add any jewelry. This is the final look. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more cord. This one is going to be with a print. I'm going to use Angelic Pretty's Ghost Night Bride. This is a cord I did a few months ago, so if you follow me on Instagram or saw it on Closet of Frills, then you've seen this cord already. This print has this really extravagant castle and a lot of Baroque detailing all over. It also has these pops of red roses everywhere, and it has black eyelash lace printed onto it. I get a really Baroque vampire vibe from this dress, and so I'm going to pair it with this blouse from Fan Plus Friend that has this bat detailing on the collar. The collar also matches the bat detailing on the bow as well. Because the print is so extravagant, I wanted to go really big with the headwear. I chose this really large white Motier veil headdress, and because of the pops of red roses all over the print, I also added this little red rose hair clip. Now if you look at the print again, the eyelash lace printed all over it looks like spider webs to me, so I chose these socks by Alice and the Pirates that have a spider web weave all over it. It ended up working out really well because it brought out the print more and the little black details all over the dress. Since I did use red on my head, I need to bring the red back down to my feet. I chose these red shoes because they're kind of Rococo style, and we are going for a Baroque era vampire. Now the dress does have crosses all over it, so I chose this red Motier cross to give another pop of red in the cord. To be honest, I actually didn't like this cord when I first put it on. It was just something a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm really glad that I did it now because looking back at the pictures and how it all came together, I just thought it was actually a really, really good cord. And this is the makeup look that I did with that cord.
Hey, it's Jamie, and today I'm going to be showing you how I build my coordinates. I am someone who loves mixing patterns, and it's kind of my staple when I'm putting together a coordinate. So I am going to be showing you two different styles of coordinate that I would be making. The first one is going to be based heavily in pattern mixing because that's one of my favorite elements of Lolita. And the second one is going to be a little bit more casual and toned down because I love casual type coordinates. Hey, this is Editing Jamie. I originally was going to include two coordinates for this video, but my second coordinate turned out to be, well, just horrible, to be honest. So I'm not going to include it, in part because it's so bad, and also because I don't want this video to be 5 million years long. So bear with me, and I apologize for cutting it short. My favorite video about coordinating Lolita actually is a very old video by Shelby Cloud where she goes through and highlights the different pieces of a coordinate. Based on the theory from that video, I like to break down my outfit into 4 distinct pieces. So first there's the head area, then we have the upper torso area, the skirt, and the feet and legs. So going from that, I like to balance color, pattern, texture, and theme throughout all 4 elements in a way that's very complementary to each section. One of the most important things when you are coordinating an outfit is laying it out to see how it looks. If you just wait to put it on before pairing those pieces together, it's going to be a little harder to distinguish what aspects are going to work and what aspects are not going to work. I'd like to apologize in advance if my wall is a little busy for anyone watching. I just have a thing for gallery walls, if you can't tell already. So for the first piece of advice I would have for anybody putting together a coordinate, it would be to lay out your outfit in an area where you can see how all of the elements combine together. This is the wall that I always test my coordinates on. I like to hang up my dresses on a wall because that way I can kind of see how the elements work together, and I can keep it on the hanger and it doesn't get dirty or lay around on the floor. And I don't have a dress form. So if you don't have a dress form, like a lot of people do, this is a great alternative. Just put a pin in the wall and then hang it up on a hanger. So for this outfit, I want to make some patterns. So my first thought would be to consider the pattern types that I have. These are not official terms. They are kind of, I don't want to say invented by me, but they are the terms that I personally use to describe how I mix patterns. So this gingham style, I would personally classify as a big pattern type. So essentially what I mean by that is that it's very striking, it has a lot of contrast, it draws in the eye, and the pattern on the dress makes up a large portion of what you're looking at when you look at the dress. So for this particular coordinate, I want to find something that has a small pattern to go as a blouse. So this is a blouse that I have considered layering underneath this dress multiple times. I love the way that it looks. I feel like the small black lines really draw in that black color throughout the whole piece. And I like that the lines are not as distracting to actually take away from the greater whole of the coordinate. I am probably not going to be using this particular shirt with the dress, however, because I don't have any white leg wear or white shoes. And I do feel like if I'm going to be going for a look that has a white blouse, I should incorporate white in the bottom half of the coordinate somehow. So in the future, when I do get white leg wear, I think it would be really cute. This would go really great with some patterned tights maybe that have white stripes that are partially sheer, or perhaps some white socks with little pink bows would look really cute. or maybe even lacy white tights, or tights that have white with little black bows, or something like that. For this particular coordinate, I am going to settle on the black sheer polka dotted blouse that I have right now. It's got a Peter Pan collar, which gives a nice solid band of black at the top that makes sure the polka dotted texture of the entire shirt isn't too distracting. Additionally, I feel like because a large portion of the dress has so much white, the fact that it has black really balances it out. I also love that the polka dots draw your attention to the polka dotted lace at the bottom of the dress, as well as the thick black ribbon at the bottom of the dress as well. I have put up two different legwear options for this coordinate. On the left, we have some angelic pretty socks that have some letters on them and numbers. And on the right, we have some candy striper socks, also from Angelic Pretty, which are known for being extremely busy and eye-catching. I have worn those socks with this dress before. I think they go really well together. However, if I was going to wear the candy stripe socks, I think I would go with a more toned down blouse, maybe a solid color, or something that is drawing in more of the pink from the print on the bottom. So for this particular coordinate, I would choose the black lettering socks because they draw in the blouse that has the white and the small white details, and they give a little bit more emphasis to the dress, which is what I am trying to do in this particular coordinate. One thing to keep in mind when you're making a coordinate is your shoe collection. I only have black shoes for the time being, and I know a lot of people also have limited shoe options when you're first getting into Lolita especially. So it's a smart idea to keep that in mind when you're putting together a coordinate. Thankfully, black is a color theme here that will match and it'll go great with it. However, I do think pink shoes would look really cute with this, especially if I add a pink headwear option. Now I have thrown up a couple headwear options. So my favorite go-to for Lolita coordinates is to use a beret because it gives a really cute look to it. I feel like it's a really mature, sweet vibe. And I also just love hats. One of my favorite things to do with berets in Lolita is to add a little bow at the base. So I threw up a pink bow that I have a little star clip on. I think this would look really cute because it would add a little bit more of the pink back into the coordinate that we don't have toward the top of the outfit. So if you remember back to what I was saying about the different sections of a coordinate, we have the pink on the bottom of the dress, and we have the black at the top, and we have black at the bottom, and the pink gets kind of lost. Now, I would not be opposed to having a pretty much monochromatic piece and having that print stand out. However, for this particular coordinate, I really do want to bring that pink back up to the top so it does feel a little bit more cohesive. Another thing I was considering is using my Sugary Carnival bow because it has a lot of the similar colors in the bow as it does on the as this dress does on the print. So I'm not showing earrings because you really can't see it with my hair anyway. But here is the coordinate with me wearing it. The jewelry that I chose is this necklace from Meredith's shop, Darling Dream. I also have this little pearl bracelet that I think I got at a thrift store. And then a couple bracelets. Nari made this one for me, so shout out to her. And then that's pretty much it. I just put everything together. Here's the beret with the bow. And here is the full outfit. You can't see the legwear, but I will post a picture here. So this is the full outfit. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can go ahead and leave it a thumbs up down below. Also leave us a comment. How do you coordinate your outfits? What are your personal tips? Or what questions do you have for the whole Rosé Forêt team? Additionally, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of awesome content planned for the rest of this month, and we hope to keep seeing you come back. Finger guns.